So hey, what's up guys, Harshan back in another video. So guys, in this video we're gonna talk about the iPhone 7 and should you buy an iPhone 7 in 2023 or not. So guys, without wasting any time, let's just quickly get started. So the phone was launched in 2016 and it is more than 7 years old now. So can you imagine a 7-year-old phone? Almost in 2024 we are talking about should we buy this device or not. So on paper the iPhone 7 still has some decent performance, but in real life uses it kinda lags somewhere behind. So there are only a few bad things about it and there are a lot of decent things, not great things but decent things about the iPhone 7. For example, it has the capability of shooting 4K videos and still the camera of the phone is quite decent. And I was checking online, you can easily buy this phone around 5,000 rupees here in India. So first of all, let's just talk about the design of the iPhone. As you can obviously see, the phone has big bezels on the front and it has a 4.7 inches display. It is not even a full HD display, it's an HD display. But due to its small size and the high pixel density, we get a very crisp view of the display. It is not too bad. And obviously guys, we have to talk about the size of the device. The size of the device is almost perfect. So guys, these days we are getting such huge phones, and back in the day in 2016 we had these kinds of phones. So guys, the size of this iPhone 7 is perfect. It fits into our pocket very easily. We can even reach all the corners of the device with one hand. The weight of the device is also very light. So on the other hand, if we talk about today's phone, this right is the 14 Pro Max and this has a weight of 300 something grams. So guys, this phone is very heavy as compared to this iPhone 7. And guys, sometimes I do get annoyed while carrying this device. On the other hand, this iPhone 7 is a perfect device which you want to keep in your pocket without any hassle. So guys, just look at the size of the device. It's very thin. It does not have any headphone jack. This was the first iPhone in which Apple removed the headphone jack, and there was a lot of controversy around it. But still, Apple got the best of it as they launched their most selling product, which was the Apple AirPods back then in 2016. So on the sides we have the volume rockers, the traditional mute switch. On the bottom we have speaker grills, and this phone has a stereo speaker output, which means if you are watching the videos, the audio will come out from this speaker as well as the earpiece. So this phone had a speaker right over here as well. It also had the Apple traditional home button Touch ID. So it is not a button, it is a part of the metal chassis of the device, but when you press it, the phone gives you a haptic feedback and it looks like you have pressed a button, but in reality this is not moving. This is the complete one metal piece. This Touch ID is also the second generation Touch ID, which is not at all slow like that we had in the iPhone 6, and this old iPhone SE. So this old iPhone SE had a first generation Touch ID, but this iPhone 7 has a second generation Touch ID. Alright guys, so it came in this matte black color. This matte black color look insane. It look insanely premium. But guys, the flaw of having this matte black device is that you get scratches very easily. This phone in 2018 or 19, and as you can see, it has a lot of scratches on the back. Yep, so this was a flaw of having a matte black phone, but guys, it looks stunningly premium. Also guys, this phone has a very big camera bump, which in that moment of time in 2016 was a big deal, and now we are getting camera bumps on almost every phone. So if you lay down this phone on a table, this will bump. So this will not stay straight like the old iPhone SE and the iPhone 5. So these iPhone SEs had a perfect blended camera into the chassis. After iPhone 6, Apple started giving huge camera bumps. Not huge, but back in the time these were considered to be huge. Now we consider this to be huge. Anyway guys, if you lay it down on the table, it will not rest, it will bump. So the quality of the glass used on the camera module is also very great. So I stopped using this phone in 2021, and after that I purchased this iPhone SE. In 2020 I purchased this iPhone SE. But guys, after 2020 this phone has been lying in my drawer. I paid no attention to it and it was getting all kind of beatings. But guys, in spite of that, as you can see, the camera lens still intact, and I don't see even a single scratch on the camera right now. And sometimes I used iPhone 7 to shoot some videos of my iPhone 14 Pro. So can you imagine, in 2023 and 2024 I'm still using the camera of the iPhone 7 in my videos, and you guys haven't noticed it at all. Also guys, the iPhone 7 was IP67 rated, and guys, back in the day when there was this virus. I don't even want to say that manhoos name. So guys, I've washed this phone with soap to clear out all the germs. So guys, the IP rating of this phone is pretty good. I've tried it personally many times, putting this phone underwater, and I don't think no dust or water droplet has ever gotten inside this iPhone. So alright guys, the speaker setup on this device is also pretty good. It was one of the first iPhones to get a stereo speaker sound. Just like I told you, the stereo sound means the sound will come out of these speakers as well and the earpiece speaker as well. It is very common these days, but it was back in 2016, it was not common at all, and this was the first iPhone to get a stereo sound output. So guys, now let's just talk about the display of the device. So guys, the display of the device is very small, but guys, I have played thousands of games on this device. So I have lot of videos about the iPhone 7, the gaming test, a speed test, a camera test, every test that you can imagine I have on this YouTube channel. So make sure to check the first link out to get all the videos of the iPhone 7. Anyway guys, we were talking about the display. So display of the device is 4.7 inches and it is quite small. Yep, we have to agree. So back in 2016 it was small as well, and in 2023, yep, it is very small. So these days we are having these beautifully looking devices which have no bezels at all, but guys, this phone has some huge bezels on the top and the bottom. The size of the display is 4.7 inches, and guys, this is not even a full HD display, but guys, due to its small size and high pixel density, so pixel density of this device is 326, just like we talked earlier. So you do not get any problem while looking at the display of the device. And guys, you can't even see the individual pixels even if you zoom in, and obviously you can't see it with your naked eye. The brightness of the phone is also very decent. It's around 705 nits, which is not the best, but yes, you can still use it outdoors. And guys, now let's just talk about the camera of the device. The camera of the device is insane. It gives you an option to shoot 4K at 30 FPS. So guys, just imagine back in 2016 you were getting an option to shoot 4K. And guys, right now if you have the phone lying around in your house, you can definitely use it to shoot decent videos and click some really good photos. The phone obviously does not perform good in night light, but in daylight you can use it to create very good photos and videos. So guys, just like I told you, I do have a dedicated video test of this device. So if you want to check out the camera quality of the device, make sure to go in the comments and make sure to go in the description and check that link. So guys, I was personally using this phone at 1080 pixel at 60 FPS all the time, and guys, as you can see, it gives you a very good output. I don't think that Apple had compromised the camera of this device. So the back camera is of 12 megapixel and the front camera of this phone is of 7 megapixel, which is not too good. Back in 2016 it was also not good. So with front camera you can get pictures like this, and the video mode on the front camera also supports only 1080 pixels at 30 frames per second, no 60 frames per second, no 4K from the front camera. And guys, now let's just talk about the performance of the device. So iPhone 7 is packed with the A10 chipset of Apple and with only 2 gigabytes of RAM. But guys, in spite of that, it can perform all the tasks flawlessly. Still, you won't get a major lag anywhere while using the device. Obviously guys, this is due to the software compatibility of Apple. Guys, as you can see, I am seemingly gliding through all the apps on my iPhone. And guys, this iPhone does not get updates right now. But still guys, even with 2 GBs of RAM, the A10 chipset is a solid performer today also. Alright, I won't say solid today, but a decent performance today as well. So I've created a speed test of this device with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, with the iPhone SE 2020 and the iPhone SE O. So I have a lot of comparison of the iPhone 7 with the latest devices. If you want to go check that out, links in the description. And guys, I remember back in the day I did a hack on PUBG. So by default, you do not get a setting to play 60 FPS PUBG on your iPhone 7. But guys, I remember doing an hack. I jailbreaked my device, and after that I installed some tweaks, and with that I was able to play PUBG on 60 FPS on this little device, and it obviously fried my phone. My phone got very hot, but still guys, it was playable and I got almost no lags. Again, if you want to check out that video, links in the description. So the performance of the phone is insane. The A10 chip is very good. Alright guys, so this was all the good part about the iPhone 7. Now let's just talk about the bad part, and the bad part will probably you won't like. Alright guys, first of all, let's just talk about the battery of the device. The battery of the device is pathetic. Back in 2016 also it was pathetic, and now in 2024, 2023, when you have a lot of applications opened on your device, so it will obviously get unbearable. So if you are just using your phone for messaging, WhatsApp, or slightly scrolling Instagram and web browser, the phone will you'll have to charge your phone 3 times a day. I can guarantee you this. The battery of the device is not good. And guys, now if you have this phone lying around in your house or you're buying a second-hand device, the battery health of the device will also be very degraded. You won't get a device with battery health at 100%. So the battery was not good in its prime days when the battery health of the phone was 100%. And guys, now you can just imagine using this phone at a 76% battery health. So yep, the battery of the device is not good. So the second bad thing we talked about is the design of the display of the front panel. I'm sorry, it has some big bezels, but there is one good thing. If you want to flaunt in public, you can even say that you have an iPhone SE 2020 or an iPhone SE 2023, because from the front, both of these devices have identical designs. So yeah, everything is not bad about the design. And the last bad thing is that this phone does not get any updates. So no iOS 16, no iOS 17, forget about the iPhone, iOS 18 obviously. And if you are using this phone regularly, so you might not get the latest security feature, like latest security patches for your iPhone 7. If I conclude my video and I'll tell you that should you buy this phone in 2023 or 2024 or not, I will not suggest you guys to buy this phone. If you guys put in some extra money around 5,000 rupees, you would get an iPhone 10 or maybe an iPhone 10R. Those are a good option to buy from the second-hand market. But still guys, if you have this phone lying around in your house and you want to use it, you definitely can use it in 2016. I've talked about all the good things about this phone and the bad things about this phone, and I certainly hope that the good things overcomes or outweighs the bad things of the iPhone 7. Yep, still a very usable phone in 2023 and 2024 as well. But guys, I would not suggest you to buy a new iPhone 7 in this time frame, as the battery of the device is pathetic and you are not getting any software updates. Like I said, if you invest a little more, you would get the latest device, a good looking device like the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 10R. And obviously guys, those phones are a lot better as compared to our iPhone 7. So basically guys, I think that stuff was pretty much it for this video. If you guys have made till the end, just drop a like and let me know in the comments down below how was the video. Also, this was one of my earliest device. Let me know in the comments down below which was your first iPhone and when did you purchased it. So guys, yep, that is pretty much it. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace and I'm out.